These are the tales of the complacent Christians, wasting away time while the clock is racing, keeping Christ to themselves when the world needs saving, while the faith they're claiming is locked up in a basement. And these are the tales of a closet believer, mouth shut due to fear of how the world would perceive her, so instead she retreats from the conniving deceiver, won't let the Spirit lead her when he's the keynote speaker. Dear Christians, you're complacent. And this you know, yet you blame it on the force of habit. You keep telling yourself that, but you know you're just lackadaisical, and you base all of your actions on what you tell your spirit to feel, using the Holy Spirit as an excuse, because you've no other reason to use to explain your lack of devotion and submission to his will. And please, let's stop acting like the Spirit is a potion or an oil in a bottle on the shelf only meant to be opened or on special occasions, or if we're really in a jam, as if you can actually pour on the anointing. Saints, let's get a clue and rediscover the man who was murdered, and then ask yourself why you serve him. Is your life a living testimony, or have we all just taken a back seat, buckling our knees and cowering at the Lord's feet because surely we know better? And when presented with a presence to whom we can present God's present, his love letters, instead we sit back like, whatever. But see, I know. And I see the timepiece you're watching and the questions you're dodging. Oh, you got Bible study tonight, so you don't have time to stop and share the gospel with the homies on the block. But what if my God did the same thing to you and couldn't find time to write your name in the book of life because he had more important things to do, like building mansions in heavenly places for the ones who obediently follow and fervently pursue his truth? See, Christians, I think we forgot the commitment that we made when we said, I do. Because living a life that exemplifies Christ is much more than me and you and the blessings that we think we'll receive by doing a few good deeds. You see, the hands and the feet of the church body we are commissioned to be, but is it a title that we want? Pastor, reverend, apostle, bishop, minister, elder, deacon, evangelist, or are we actually meeting the people's needs? And I'm talking more than clothes on their backs and food to eat and a place to sleep, more than a God bless you, brother. God bless you, sister. Go in peace. Because while those things are important, what good will they be when their souls are still thirsty and famished, with hunger pangs banging on the inside, with a heart that cries, searching for the meaning of life, and we fill in gaps with insufficient things when only God can suffice? See, these are the tales of the complacent Christians, wasting away time while the clock is racing, keeping Christ to themselves when the world needs saving, while the faith they're claiming is locked up in the basement. And these are the tales of a closet believer, mouth shut due to fear of how the world would perceive her, so instead she retreats from the conniving deceiver, won't let the Spirit lead her when he's the keynote speaker. So what separates us from those who don't believe, or the atheists who know the Bible much better than we who claim to be Christians? You see, we're called to be holy, to be set apart, to be in the world but not of it. But if you hold up a mirror to the church, tell me, are we really that different? Somehow we've become transparent. See, I don't even know what had happened, but somehow along the way we became closet Christians, neglecting the Spirit, suppressing conviction that's screaming to be released from these stained glass windows. And we think the church building is the temple, forgetting that we, the members, are the body, and we collectively are the army, but we have not come suited up for the war. And most of the times, we don't even know what we're fighting for. Picking fights with our brothers and sisters over different denominations while the world is still waiting for us to share the gospel that can save them. See, because these are the tales of the complacent Christians, wasting away time while the clock is racing, keeping Christ to themselves when the world needs saving, while the faith they're claiming is locked up in a basement. And these are the tales of a closet believer, mouth shut due to fear of how the world would perceive her, so instead she retreats from the conniving deceiver, won't let the Spirit lead her when he's the keynote speaker. So Christian, tell me, what will you do? Will it be complacency or sharing truth. You choose.